Over the years, we've seen pencil-thin supertalls, towers stacked on top of existing buildings, and even skyscrapers balanced on stilts. But nothing quite prepared the city for what rose on the banks of the East River. The site itself was a puzzle. A protected park sat on one side, a planned schoolyard on the other, and just two narrow footprints remained available for development. Building two towers separately would waste potential, but combining them seemed impossible. The architects came up with a daring solution: lean the towers toward one another and connect them in the middle with a bridge. This idea became the American Copper Building, two slanted skyscrapers joined by a three-story sky bridge that instantly became one of the most distinctive silhouettes in the city. The bridge itself was a challenge unlike anything New York had ever seen. Instead of fixing it rigidly, engineers had to let it move. It was anchored firmly to one tower, but allowed to glide on massive Teflon plates on the other. That way, when the wind makes the skyscrapers sway, each tower can shift independently without ripping the bridge apart. Inside, the bridge was more than just a connector. It became a centerpiece, housing lounges, a gym, and even a swimming pool 300 feet in the air where residents could literally swim from one building to the other. But the problems didn't stop there. The construction site sat barely a meter above the East River, and the water table threatened to flood it before anything could rise. To solve this, crews dug the foundations inside a watertight concrete bathtub. Pumps worked around the clock for over a year, removing nearly 1.5 million gallons of water every single day just to keep the ground dry enough to build. Only after that could steel and concrete climb skyward. Then came the structural drama. Because the towers were designed to lean inward, their appearance fooled people into thinking they were collapsing. Passers-by reported them as unsafe, and even the fire department demanded to see the blueprints to make sure the project wasn't a disaster in the making. To calm fears, engineers had to explain how the tilt was intentional and carefully balanced. Finally, there was the choice of skin. Covering the entire facade with over 4 million pounds of copper was a gamble. At first, the orange glow of raw copper made the towers stand out like burning embers on the skyline. Over time, it will slowly darken, then eventually turn into a green patina like the Statue of Liberty. Through all of these hurdles, the tight site, the flooding risk, the moving sky bridge, the alarming tilt, and the bold copper facade, the American Copper Building emerged as both a piece of engineering genius and architectural art.